Towards the end of the Triassic and into the Jurassic period, the supercontinent Pangaea began breaking apart. This caused two things to happen. First, it triggered some of the biggest volcanic eruptions ever, sending greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and heating up the Earth. The second thing this did was to cause water to flow between the land masses. More water between the land masses meant more rain, and more rain and heat meant the growth of enormous rainforests. During the Jurassic, sauropods or long-necked dinosaurs thrived because there was no shortage of plants to eat, and they had little threat from predators due to their enormous size. Some of the better-known sauropods from this period include Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Diplodocus. Today's craft is a plasticine sauropod or long-necked dinosaur. From your craft kit, you're going to need a paper plate, you're going to need some plasticine, you can use a skewer, and you're also going to have this dinosaur template. From home, you just need a paper towel to wipe your fingers off while we're working with the plasticine, and maybe just a non-stick surface. You can also use some waxed paper or parchment paper. Let's get started. You can see that I've already cut out my dinosaur template, and if you notice, I've cut out right on the lines except for the bottom. Now it's going to be tricky to cut in between the legs here, so I've just cut a straight line from the hind leg to the front leg, and just keep that right here because we're going to use that to refer to as we're making our plasticine dinosaur. So we're going to start with a background on the back of our paper plate. And I think I'm going to go with yellow because it's a nice, bright, fun color. Now, if you've never worked with plasticine before, it's a little bit like Play-Doh, except it's a little bit tougher. So what I would recommend is that you just break off maybe a small pea-sized amount like this. And you may just want to start by working it in your fingers just to soften it up a little bit. And then what we're going to do with that is we're going to take our thumb and our forefinger and we're just going to smear it along the back like this. And you see if I use a little bit of pressure, it actually sticks. And we're going to go ahead and fill up the whole back of our paper plate. So now you can see that I have finished filling in the background of my plate with yellow plasticine. And now I'm ready to draw the outline of my dinosaur on top. So I'm going to place it right here. I think that's where I'd like to place my dinosaur. I've got my skewer here and I'm going to very lightly trace around the template. Keeping in mind that I don't want to press too hard. We don't want to go right through the plasticine. Okay, and there you can see just the light outline of our dinosaur, and that will give us a guideline as to where to put all of the pieces to build it. Okay, so I think I want to make my dinosaur blue and white. Now for your dinosaur, you're going to have to mix two colors just so that you have enough material to work with. If you do want to go with white as part of your dinosaur, just make sure that you reserve a little bit just to make our dinosaur's eyeball at the very end. So I'm just going to take that small amount and put it away. And then what I'm going to do is, I don't think I'm going to need quite that amount, but I'm going to start working the two colors together. We're going to keep working it until we get not one solid color, unless you choose to get a nice solid color. I think I'm going to give it more of a marbled look to it. I think that will look fun and interesting. This is probably as far as I want to go. I like those nice bold patterns and swirls in the plasticine. So the first thing we're going to do to build our dinosaur is, you can see that the template is two-dimensional, but we can actually make this dinosaur look three-dimensional. We're going to start out with this very hind leg right here. So what I'll do is I'll take off just a little bit of the plasticine here, And I'm going to roll it into a log like this. And that looks about the right length. And now what I'm going to do is just press it out gently with my fingers. We don't want to make it too thick, or I should say too thin. We want to give our dinosaur some dimension. Oh, that's pretty good. And I'm going to place it right here on my outline. Just there, I'm going to press it in place. And now we're going to build this second leg here, just the front leg. So we're going to take a little bit less plasticine, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to roll out a log. Okay, that's a little long, so I can just pinch off a little bit. You can always take off plasticine. You can add more plasticine. And again, I'm going to just gently press it between my thumb and forefingers to get the right shape. Looks about right. And then I'm going to place that right here on my outline. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add this hind leg. You can just see it sticking out there in the back. So we don't need a lot of plasticine for that. So after we have the 3 legs down, we're now going to build the dinosaur's body. So we're going to use a different technique for this. For those of you who color, some of you like to outline the shape before you color it in. Well, that's basically what we're doing with the plasticine. We're going to take a little bit and we're going to roll out a nice thin rope with it. Okay, so we have a nice long thin rope. So you can see the dinosaur's body is kind of a circular shape. So that's what we're going to do with our little rope of plasticine. I'm just going to make a nice circular shape. Hopefully it's just long enough. And it's not. So we'll just use a little bit more and finish that off. Okay, so you can see that I've outlined the neck of my dinosaur, and I've also outlined the body. And if you're happy with the placement of that, we can now go ahead and just press that down so it sticks to the plasticine on the back of our paper plate. So I'm going to take just small amounts, not quite a pea-sized amount, and I'm just going to fill it in like this. I'm going to keep going like this until I fill in the body and the neck area. Okay, so we filled in those areas. And now what we need to do is we need to make our dinosaur's tail and our head. So we're just going to use some pieces. And you can see that the tail is kind of like a triangular shape. So that's what we're going to form with our plasticine, just using our fingers to do that. It's pretty good. For the head, we're going to take a little ball of plasticine, maybe the size of a small marble, and we're going to shape that into the head. Okay, so now we need to build this front leg. It's right here at the front, so we're going to take a little bit more plasticine and we're going to roll out a log. We're going to place that leg down, and it looks like it goes about there. Okay, so our dinosaur is coming along now. If you have a little extra plasticine, you want to just, you could use that plasticine, and we're going to make a ball, and then we're going to flatten it out, okay, into a kind of a circular or oval shape. And we want to keep the middle thick, and we just want to thin out the edges of it, just like this. And we're going to use this extra piece of plasticine just to make our dinosaur's belly, because it's thicker in the middle. Okay, so we're just going to lay it down right there, and then we're just going to smooth that in place. Okay, so now for just a few last details, you'll have a little black or dark brown plasticine. I'm going to make like a tiny ball like this. I think I'm going to place 3 just to give our sauropod a couple of a few toenails there. Okay, and lastly, we're going to take that skewer and we're just going to come in on the side and we're just going to just press a little mouth in for our sauropod. And there it is, your plasticine sauropod.